This is Yoga, Ancient Science, and Arts. I'm waiting for my wife to be ready to record before I start watching more episodes. So you can yell at her. You can yell at her. No. So we probably later. Not today though. Do I have an ongoing strike? No. Well, technically, yeah, I do. Skip the music.
Small part of Hatha Yoga. What we call yoga today is just a small part of Hatha Yoga, involving asana, pranayam, and mudra.
Many people say yoga asana is not yoga at all. It's all neo philosophers who talk on easy chair sitting and giving talks. But in olden days, it was not so. Everybody were made to do asanas, which all the historical background will give you that it was compulsory for everyone. Even
it's your birthday.
Out of the subject, I can say the children were taught Upanayam at the age of 5 or 7.
Okay, after
So even
yoga.
at the age of 5 and 7, when they take the sankalpa, they say asana pranayama. That means take a correct position and do pranayama in order to do the japa of the Gayatri. That means asana and pranayama were there from time immemorial without any deviation or division, whether they follow a karmic path or a ganic path or a yogic path or a bhakti path. So asana and pranayama was...
You know, it's funny because like yoga is one of those things everyone in the world knows what yoga is. But I had no clue where it originated from because all of a sudden I like go visit my brother down in San Diego and all the girls are talking about, oh, we need to do yoga. We need to do yoga. We need to do yoga. You need to do yoga. So I was thinking it was one of these moronic Western things that, of course, white women are into because, you know, like holding crystals and like looking at zodiac signs and seeing your own portents and all that kind of nonsense. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then find out that yoga is like tens of thousands of years old, been practiced for a long period of time, and it's only the moronic white women that seem to find it, it's just like, if you want something to have a bad track record, give it to white women. I'm just going to go out and say it. If you want something to be degraded, give it to white women. Because ever since I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do yoga because then I'm like, I don't want to be those stupid white women.
Compulsory. Asana pranayama, everything is there. Even today when they do the puja, the priest says asana pranayama. So it has become now a literary word, but not actual.
Isn't this guy look like the teacher from Kung Fu Panda? Seriously? Oh, what's his name? Oh my gosh, the rat. The Shifu? Yeah, Shifu. He's not a rat, he's like a hamster or something. Oh my gosh, now that you've said it, I can't unsee it. Have you heard of the Christian yoga? They invented exactly. If you want something destroyed, give it to white women. You give it to white women. I don't respect like astrology because of white women. The freaking, a lot of the spiritual stuff that comes from India, nobody in the West respects it because it's white women. Because of white women. Yeah. Because of white women.
But in those days, they were actual. They had to do it.
Asana is a steady state of the body, like a statue. Even the slightest movement should not be there.
It got culturally digested. I wouldn't say that. It got culturally, what's a word to basically violated, culturally violated, because from what it originally started as, what it originally stood for, like everything from India that the white people have taken, like the white women, let's be honest, have taken and utilized for themselves, has been completely destroyed. Completely destroyed.
The breath becomes subtle, as if it has stopped completely. When the state becomes effortless and blissful, then the asana...
Like the latest social media trends of Chinese copying India dance and dressing and many things. Yeah, exactly. But again, without the essence, without the heart. Like there has to be, like, again, just like the whole nonsensical 6-7 nonsense that people do, or the what are those. Maybe the first time it was funny. Who knows? I wouldn't know because I don't care enough to find out what it's from. But maybe the first time it was funny. Maybe. But after that, it's just everyone's copying the trend and doing it because it's what's funny.
...is said to be perfect.
Allegedly.
With the perfected asana, the person is ready to transcend the physical body and to awaken the powers of consciousness.
No, Levi, they use mathematics, geometry, and other scientific discoveries. But again, India is not given credit for that. No. But then again, India is not really giving credit for yoga or that either. It's just most people hate it because of the white women.
This was the first step of the Indians to acquire knowledge. In this steady state of mind, Prakriti, or nature, reveals her knowledge. This knowledge of nature through yoga is far deeper than what modern science has achieved. The scene we're observing through our senses is not nature by itself. The senses themselves are an inherent part of nature. But equally, the wandering mind, which is beyond the senses, is also nature. The intellect, which is beyond the wandering mind, is also nature. And beyond the intellect, there is Ahankar, an entity that is self-conscious. That too is nature. And prime nature and consciousness or Purusha are far beyond all of this. The knowledge of consciousness can be realized through the knowledge of nature. Nature is the inspiration for the arts and aesthetics. Nature, knowledge, and the arts together brought a qualitative transformation in the life experiences of Indians. They have been the force behind Indian culture. Indian culture can be understood within this triangle. The highest point of life is nature. Nature has been the guru of all the arts and knowledge. When the supreme consciousness descended into the natural body, people saw him. Sri Krishna said, "See me in the divine glories of nature." The fundamental purpose of nature is to exhibit itself. For exhibition, nature takes beautiful forms. Is there a formula or calculation behind its beauty? These are the numbers of the Fibonacci series. But before Fibonacci, Jainacharya Hemachandra had formulated them. Before him, it was Gopal. And even before him, Nirahank. And long before them, the sage Pingal chronicled this rhythmic pattern in his collection of the ancient Chanda Shastra, a treatise on poetic meters. The interesting thing about these serial numbers...
I wasn't skipping. I was skipping the songs. I don't want to get another, notification, because the last time I watched, it was the scriptures. I was watching that, and the music immediately took down my entire stream. Immediately. So I'm trying to avoid the music when it comes to this kind of stuff, because it's, who knows? What was it? I do Sursasana. Sorry, I mispronounced that, but whatever. Every morning for boosting oxygen in brain, and Pavan Muktasana for releasing the trapped gas in abdomen. Yeah, I guess. Levi, I don't know this type of video can give copyright. Well,
is that when two
you never know
consecutive
till it
numbers
happens.
are added, the next number is obtained. Another characteristic is that when you divide a line in such a way, whether the total length is divided by the longer segment or the longer segment by the shorter one, the same value is achieved. This value is known as the golden ratio. The ratio of numbers in this series is very close to the golden ratio. Amazingly, this series and this ratio are seen in most of the beautiful creations of nature. The number of petals in a flower or the number of circles in a sunflower, all beautiful creations.
No. When it comes to they started talking about math and immediately it's out of my head. It's funny. My wife is over there laughing at me because it's just like, I'm looking at the math problem and then I'm just like, okay, I'm not even registering this. I'm not even registering. Then they start how is that math problem evident in a flower? How is it evident in a sea cone? How is it again? It's symmetry. Yeah. To me, it's Spanish. Wait, no, I know Spanish. To me, what? Russian? Yeah, to me it's Russian. To me it's Mandarin. To me it's just I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't care to. I mean, it's nice. I know there's beauty in a lot of things, but I don't care to understand the mathematical reason as to why.
Show this pattern. We do not know whether the artist knew this.
With proper meditation, you can surpass your cognitive limits. I know I'm retarded, okay? I know I'm retarded. And I am content with my limit? Not limit, but whatever. I am content. In the end, I am happy knowing I will never truly understand everything because it means there's always more to learn. And just seeing something like this is like, it's so beyond me. But at the same time, I can appreciate it because it's like, you all understand it, I'm sure. Everyone say yes in the chat. Come on. Admit it.
But in the most beautiful man-made creations, this ratio is seen. Therefore, it is called the golden ratio of beauty.
Thank you for accepting me.
The same ratio is seen in the long and short beats of music, which makes it melodious. The rhythmic cycle of musical beats, known as tal, follow this number series. When the voice or mantra is contained in a meter that combines the laghu and guru syllables and matras, it is called chanda, or poetic classification. Chandas are the definite number of cycles of long and short meters, but the word meter is only a limited meaning of chanda. Through their yogic power, the ancient rishis saw the universe as rhythmic motion and pulsation. They realized that the material universe is pulsating rhythmically, as in a chanda. They called both the matter and the voice vak. The universe is bound by chanda. Therefore, knowledge of the universe, the Vedas, are also bound by chanda. One of the meanings of chanda is protective shield. The chandas have protectively shielded Vedic knowledge from time immemorial. It is the protection by chanda and the metered recitation of the vast Vedic literature that has ensured its purity and continuity till today.
Yeah, it was sped up a bit, just a bit. Yeah, just a bit, because I was listening, I was just like, oh, okay, it sounds a little off, but I guess if it was correct, it would have sounded like more in tune. Like even with the beating of I was like, that's a little fast. No. Yeah, it's a little fast, but I just sped it up.
In this way, the arts, music, and poetry ensured the continuity of Indian knowledge. The arts helped the Indian mind experience the ultimate reality. Creation is rhythmic, so is its dissolution. Both are chanda bound. The universe is ever in motion in the form of spirals of chandas. These shells were found in Dholavira city of the Harappa civilization. What was seen after opening them? A miraculous formula of creativity, beauty, and dissolution.
जहाँ तक परिवर्तन का संबंध है, उसको भी हम भारतीय दृष्टि से समझ लें। स्वयं परिवर्तन शब्द ही ये बता रहा है, परि चारों ओर से वर्तन होना, अर्थात गोलाकार, वर्तुलाकार। रेखाकार नहीं। ये वर्तुलाकार जीवन का स्वरूप शायद उस पक्षी को अच्छी तरह मालूम है जो अपना घोंसला भी वर्तुलाकार बनाता है। उस पक्षी के अंदर एक अंतर्दृष्टि है कि अंडे को भी गोल होना है, इसलिए घोंसले को भी गोल होना है, और इसलिए विकास का क्रम गोल ही है, वर्तुलाकार ही है। लेकिन सर्कुलर होने के साथ साथ प्रकृति में कभी भी पुनरावृत्ति नहीं होती। इसलिए सर्कुलर का ये मतलब नहीं है कि जैसा था वैसा का वैसा दोबारा हो जाएगा। वो गोलाकार होते हुए भी शंखाकार आगे बढ़ता है। ये भी एक गोला है, लेकिन अगला भी एक गोला है, लेकिन ऊंचाई बढ़ गई है उसकी। स्पाइरल गति के अंदर ह्रास भी शामिल है और विकास भी शामिल है। ये परिवर्तन का स्वरूप भारतीय चिंतन का, जिसके लिए हमारे यहाँ चक्र शब्द का प्रयोग हुआ। तो हमारे ऋषियों ने उसको इतना महत्व दिया कि उन्होंने बहुत सारी चीज़ों के साथ चक्र शब्द, काल चक्र बोलने लगे, हम संसार चक्र बोलने लगे।
It was not faith in God or superstition, but a direct observation of nature through which the Vedics had the experience of the infinite and the Buddhists of Shunya. The infinite or Shunya, the one who experiences either of them, becomes a yogi and attains samadhi.
Not a simple wheel. Of course not. It was a hypnosis
Does it
wheel.
matter whether Pythagoras learned his theorem from the Indians or not? It matters because when the same knowledge comes back to India, it is devoid of its spirituality. Modern medical science has had significant contributions from ancient India. The basic procedure of rhinoplasty of the ancient Indians is the same as performed today. The Sushruta Samhita describes more than 100 surgical instruments. But today, the role of dhyana and emotions have no place in medical science. To make Ayurveda modern, scientists have separated it from its holistic philosophy of the human body. The human body
Yep, because they don't want the doctors getting attached to like the patient, so that it's been a separation, absolutely a separation.
as defined by yoga and Sankhya. The human body defined by the Upanishads. The human body defined by the Gita. The body defined by Ayurveda and the Puranas. All are the same. And all this is the philosophy of the human body of the Hindus. Hindus consider medicinal plants as conscious entities. Earlier, Ayurvedic physicians would request the medicinal plant to cure the patient. They believed the plant would then compassionately infuse positive energy in its paths. But for modern men, plants are objects of consumption. The same attitude exists towards knowledge. The Shastra of any knowledge is not a book for consumption.
Ajay. Oh, yeah, there are more videos like this? I'd be willing. Okay, let's be honest. I would need a starter's course. A starter's course. With the bare basics of, like, the information. I'd check it out every now and then until I finally feel like I've learned more. Because right now, it's like, oh, yoga. Yeah, the thing the white women do all the time. And then they're bringing in mathematics and everything, and I'm like, well, that's already way over my head, as well as way over all the white women that apparently do yoga as well.
It is a living flow of traditional learning. This is the Shastra, Charak Samhita. Charak means wandering ascetic. The long tradition of wandering Hindu ascetics, who were also physicians, began from the time of the Atharva Veda. Ayurveda is a sub-Veda of the Vedas. In Veda, food grain is considered Brahma, the universal consciousness, through which our own consciousness is sustained. Therefore, in India, while inviting people for meals, it is not to eat a meal, but to accept the meal. In Rajasthan, while inviting people for meals, they say, Bhojan Arogya Sa, meaning, please accept food for Arogya, that is, for well-being.
आरोग्य सा खाना खाओ ये नहीं कहते खाना हमारे यहाँ वर्जित है खाना शब्द का प्रयोग है ये बहुत गहरा विज्ञान है जो लोगों ने अर्जित किया अपने अनुभवों से न तो सब्जी काटी जाती है सब्जी सुधारी जाती है अब वहाँ हिंसा नहीं है अगर और आगे बढ़ कर के कहूँ तो कोई ये नहीं कहेगा कि आप खाओ सा तो खाना जो है वो दरअसल भक्षण की कैटेगरी में आता है और हम भक्षी नहीं थे हम भोक्ता नहीं थे हम उपभोक्ता थे ये हम जानते हैं इतना ही भोजन कर रहे हैं जिससे हम निरोग रहें और आरोग्य की प्राप्ति करें आरोग्य की साधना पहली दरअसल ज़रूरत थी हमारी हम भोजन चटकारे लेके नहीं खाते थे, हम भोजन आरोग्य निरोग होने के लिए करते थे। हम कैलोरीज नहीं गिनते थे, लेकिन हम ये देखते थे कि क्या चीज़ हमारे लिए पौष्टिक है, क्या चीज़ तृप्ति देती है। बहुत सारी चीज़ें सेवन की जाती थी। अभी सेवन भी दवा का शब्द है, तो खाने की चीज़ें भी सेवन की जाती थी और विज्ञान इतना प्रबल था, लोग तक पहुंचा हुआ था जड़ों में, कि हम जानते थे कि क्या चीज़ गर्म है, किसकी तासीर गर्म है और किसकी तासीर ठंडी है। आज कोई नहीं जानता। आज ठंडा क्या है, गर्म क्या है, ये कोई बताता नहीं है।
Now you just take pills when something goes wrong. That's all you do. You take pills for it. People have forgotten exactly what to eat. It's funny because my wife will always tell me, "Oh, do this, do this, do this, do this." I do it and I start to feel better. And then when she gets sick, she doesn't do any of it. She doesn't do any of it. And it's like, what the heck? What the heck? Oh, I'm just worried about you. Like, but am I not worried about you? Take care of yourself.
और इस विज्ञान से वंचित रखा गया है पिछले 70, 80, 100 सालों से, जब से, बल्कि 200 सालों से।
Oh, okay. I guess there's a part 2. Skip the music. Gotta skip the music just in case. Just in case. That was pretty informative. That was pretty informative. I like that. I like that. But yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, there's a lot of stuff there that I had no freaking concept of. No freaking concept of. Like the when it comes to like the mathematic, I'm not even going to pretend to understand what it was, but the fact that it's in everything, it's everywhere. To me, it's already like, that's already way over my head. Way over my head. Is I mean, it's believable. Like, math is the one thing that is seen in everything. Like, that's like the biggest argument for the fact that we live in a simulation. The fact that everything in life can basically be equated down to like some kind of math problem. Which is funny. Yeah, that's like the thought-provoking thing. It's just like everything in the end gets brought down and baked down into some kind of specific math problem. Well, we're all in a simulation. Oh my god.
You guys got a video? Why is it so bad?
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Why is it like that?